Let's talk preschool now. It's been almost 5 years since Multnomah County voters passed the Preschool for All initiative, a program that is eventually supposed to guarantee free preschool for all 3- and 4-year-olds in the county. That's supposed to happen by 2030, but according to an audit by the Multnomah County auditor, they've been slow to meet their goals so far. Earlier this week, county leaders announced 3,800 spots will be available for the program next school year. That's a major increase from the 2,200 or so slots they have right now. They're spread out across 133 sites in schools, daycare centers, and in-home preschools. But they're going to need 11,000 seats by 2030 to ensure that every kid has a spot. The auditors found that the county is going to need to take some steps to address some barriers that might keep it from adding 1,000 more seats over the next 5 years. A big one? Simply communicate better with the public about the program. Now that's important because Preschool for All is funded by a tax on high-income earners in the county, a tax that could go up in 2027, and apparently some of those high earners are feeling a little fatigue about the amount of taxes they're paying in Multnomah County. The Willamette Week reports that some of the city's wealthiest residents are chatting about a ballot measure that would repeal the tax. They're working on funding a poll to see how people feel about it. So the stakes are high for Preschool for All and its public perception. The auditors say the program needs to be working harder to open up seats, and there's concern about how the program has underspent its budget. The audit found that Preschool for All is collecting way more than it's spending every year for the last 3 years, about $300 million more altogether. Now, to a degree, that was by design. The county economist and program staff expected early years to be less expensive than later years, and they don't want the program to run out of money. But the auditors are recommending that the county adjust their budget to better reflect actual spending. Another concern brought up in the audit is that there are a lot of preschools in the county that are not participating in this program, either because they haven't applied or because they haven't qualified. According to state data, there are around 840 licensed preschool sites that could be participating. But some schools that haven't applied told auditors they were concerned about being able to meet the needs of kids with disabilities. And program requirements also give them pause. For example, they wouldn't be allowed to expel any kids. They have to provide lunch. They have to provide 10 hours of care. And teachers have to meet certain education requirements and be paid above market level. On the other hand, the auditors say there are 87 schools that have applied over the past 3 years, and they've been denied for one reason or another. Anything from the facility not being ready to recent licensing violations. But the auditors say the program's record keeping about the application process is, quote, disorganized. Altogether, the auditors had 19 recommendations for Preschool for All. County Chair Jessica Vega Peterson was receptive to most of them, but pushed back on one about verifying a family's claims that their child qualifies for priority seating, things like verifying income levels, since the program is aimed towards helping families in need first.